Hey, Dave Knight here, 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I thought I would talk a little bit about yesterday's, what I saw in the market as I'm working my way to Funded Trader Prep FTP. Today is, actually, as I'm recording this, today is um, October 24th, but I wanted to look at October 23rd, yesterday. And in particular, I want to show you kind of the way that I viewed the market yesterday. I mean, I was taking my one tick trade, but I want to just kind of go over what I saw early and how I would have handled it. At least I hope the way I would handle it, knowing the way that I like to trade the markets. The first thing I want you to notice is we have this bar over here and we have this bar over here. Now this bar is about, if I'm not mistaken, it was within, let me look back, I think it was within 100 ticks or so. Usually if it gets within 150 ticks, it's a good thing to stand aside for a while. Yeah, it was 1436, and anyway, they're really close. There's like 1300 and 1400. It was with 100, within 100. So what this creates is what I call a tiebreaker scenario. And the reason I'm bringing this up is today we actually have a better tiebreaker scenario that's playing out on the 24th that is a better trade than what you saw on the 23rd. Okay? So these two bars right here are letting you know that something is coming in, and but when you look over here and you look over here, what you have is kind of equal amounts of volume. So that should tell you that, hey, wait until you see something better before you get involved in the markets, what I'm getting at. So we go on, and I'm just going to scroll through until we see the next highest bar. And I'm looking for a bar that's up here close to the bars that we see, and it keeps you out of the market. Now the first time we see anything is over here. Now this bar is 1231. It's still lower than 1363 and the 1400, but it is higher than it's the next highest volume bar. It's tradable, but usually when I want to see a tiebreaker, I want to see a tiebreaker higher than the volume figures that you see over here. But this is a tradable bar. So if we look at this right here, and then we look at the market, so let me go ahead and put a horizontal line on this chart so we see if it busts through here. Now you look at Monday's trading, and it comes back up through here, but it does not break through. It shows this volume bar right here, which corresponds with this move up, and then we see this move, and it's just a little bit of a move. Then you see this move back to, well, this would be yesterday, so this is not actually pivot yesterday, but I want to show what the true bottom looked like yesterday. Hopefully you can see those three bars come in right here. So this is the only time that the market really showed any signs of bottoming out. Now what happened after that? It went down briefly underneath it by one tick, and then it kind of found its bottom, let's say, and then it kind of changed directions basically for the rest of the morning. But you can see this right here, right? So then all of a sudden you see this over here, and this corresponds with the market topping out on the other side. Obviously, it's a lot easier to see in the market, but what I want you to pay attention to is nowhere, I believe, nowhere in this day did we, I think this is the only time right here at 10:30, right in this area is the only time that we got a bar that was higher than what the opening bars were during the trading session. So the tiebreaker physically, you could have stayed on the sidelines until you saw these bars come in right here, and then start trying to see if you could find a trade to get in. Now, where would I be looking for value? I like to look at this 200 bar come across, right? So I'm all along and I'm looking. When's the first time that we cross back over this? It's right here, right? So let's put a horizontal line right in this area right there and see what happens. It's just not much of anything going on today. I mean, this was trading at the pivot and it really didn't show anything. So what I'm trying to get at is some days it's just hard to trade. This would have been your entry point right in here, right? As it's heading down, this is coming down, and then you have your GAN signal. So this would have been your true entry point into the long at this point. So 11:30. So you had your signal at 10:30 and then 11:30. Looks like there was enough room for a 1p profit target, and then being able to hold the other at 1R. And it looks like you would have been able to stay in the trade all the way to the 130 mark. So volume is important, is what I'm getting at right now. And I just wanted to show you how you could have traded. Now, this pivot wouldn't have been here yesterday. In fact, let me just we'll back it up one day. So this is what the true market looked like yesterday. Let's find that pivot, figure out where it was. There, it's down here. So yesterday's pivot was located at 51.68. How close did we get to that? Well, we hit it right here, right? And that corresponds with this bottom that we talked about at the 10:30 mark. So what kind of trade is that could have been put on that I believe in? It's called pivot point magnetism. So yesterday there was a trade that could have brought in maybe a little bit to the short side. You would have looked at the exiting on the trade right around that area as you came down through here and exiting anywhere between here as it crosses over. So the head and shoulders pattern right here fails and it moves back up. This would have been a good exit point. All right, that's all I have to say about that trade, and I'll talk about the tiebreaker scenario on another video that's happening here on the 24th. It's Dave Knight here from 123 Day Trade. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. We'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.